I don't think AI is going to kill the coaching industry, but it's most definitely going to impact it. I like to think about it like I do travel agents from about 30 years ago. Back then, travel agents were a dime a dozen. Today, there are very few, but they are the most elite. They're who you go to if you're planning a multi-generational family trip across borders, that sort of a thing. Similarly to the coaching industry, I believe, there's 60,000 firms today in the United States. I think that is going to condense much like the travel agent industry. So there's a number of things that human coaches bring that we can't get from AI. Number one, as humans, we are wired for connection. We connect with other humans. That is how we are built. Particularly if we're trying to go after a new or a challenging goal and sustain those wins, we struggle to do that with only technology. There's a reason why when you buy a Fitbit or any other fitness device and have access to lots of data, it can be tough to attain really difficult goals and sustain those wins over time. The other thing about having a human coach is that while AI is really great at answering the questions we're asking, it's not always sure we're asking the right questions, the most expedient questions to help us with our goals and what we're navigating at that particular moment. A human coach can spot that and help us to understand what is the better question to be asking to ensure we're not burning mental calories or going down a rabbit hole unnecessarily. So AI does truly have a few advantages. And the number one thing I can think of is that 2 a.m. when you wake up worried about your presentation or worried about a crucial conversation you need to have the next day. You can go to your AI coach and have that AI coach remind you of some of the things you've done to prepare, remind you of some of your routines that will ensure that you are feeling strong and confident when either doing that presentation or having that crucial conversation. The other advantage that AI has over a human coach is the exposure or the repository of information that AI has. Within AI, there's every leadership model, every leadership book, every stakeholder framework you could possibly imagine, much more than any one singular coach could retain in their own mind. AI still is a little bit of the wild, wild west. And so we need to be aware of that there's not a lot of regulation, there's not a lot of privacy components to this. So if you're putting all of your questions into AI unfiltered and your organization was sued, there's a chance that your AI records of what you've asked your coach could be subpoenaed and become part of public record. There's also the consideration of, we all know that there isn't a technology that exists today that hasn't been hacked or hasn't had data privacy concerns. And so we just need to be mindful of that, of what we're putting into these AI agents before we share all. So I think the biggest thing is not to just do black or white thinking. If you're hearing someone say AI has no place in coaching, or if you're hearing someone say AI is going to replace all coaching, be wary. The answer truly is somewhere in the middle. We need to take a blended approach. And so I would ask, if you have a coach currently, how can I utilize AI within our coaching practice or within our coaching relationship? And make sure you are asking new coaches, how are you integrating this in? How comfortable are you with AI? Because it's important that you have a coach that understands the world you're navigating, and AI is here to stay and is part of the working world today.